Good evening. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC Evening News. It's day 2 of the 39th regular meeting of the CARICOM heads of government in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Our Lisa Lord is there and she joins us live now via phone. Lisa?
A very good evening to you, Lisa. That's right. As you just said, it is day 2 of the meeting, and the entire day really has been dedicated to the CARICOM single market and economy. As we speak, the leaders are actually still in caucus discussing the matter. They have been in there for the last several hours, and this followed the first plenary session this morning. Several of the topics discussed included making the CSME more effective along with the Caribbean Court of Justice. During her address to the opening of the meeting last night, Prime Minister Mia Motley left no doubt in the minds of all in attendance about Barbados' position on the whole issue of regional integration.
Mia Motley says CARICOM simply is out of time when it comes to securing deeper regional integration. She says the time on resolving the issue is now. Prime Minister Motley, who has lead responsibility for the CSME within the CARICOM quasi-cabinet, says a good place to start would be one of the areas which has left citizens disgruntled and been subject of much discussion, that of a single domestic space for hassle-free travel as well as transport.
Our people are intolerant of such idle conversation anymore. And if we are serious about a regional ferry service, then as governments, we must facilitate its execution by our private sector rather than talking about it at meetings. If we are serious about regional air travel, then we must address the fundamental concerns of LIAT and CAL and come to the conclusion that we can certainly do better than we are doing in 2018 with respect to moving people between island to island and country to country.
She believes the grouping needs to use its collective talent and resources in order to maximize functional cooperation.
Why do we seek to have separate civil aviation authorities when we can have a strong regional civil aviation authority that is vested with national and regional jurisdiction? And I can go on because our young people will expect of us those areas of cooperation where they can be had, in circumstances where they will yield to the government additional fiscal space for us to address the things that we truly must be addressing in our own small way.
Ms. Motley says Barbados has shown its commitment to unity with respect to removing the visa requirements for Haiti. She says Haiti signed the revised Treaty of Chagaramas, and to have such a requirement on the people of that nation would be in breach of the fundamental tenets of the agreement.
And those tenets, for those who have forgotten, relate to non-discrimination and relate to not treating anyone outside of the community in a more favorable manner than we treat each other in the community. And of course, finally, non-reciprocity. Mr. Chairman, Barbados chooses to lead by example and not by default in this regard.
Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, says that after 45 years, CARICOM is still struggling with regional integration. He says it sadly lags behind much younger groupings like the European Union, which was only formed in 1993.
Others started after us, yet they have galloped ahead, creating for themselves internal markets that have enhanced their domestic production and developing the means to access the markets of others. The European Union of 9 started after us, but look at the economic force it has begun with a membership of 28 and others knocking on its door.
Well, Lisa, it has been revealed that Barbados has a new ambassador designate to CARICOM. He is David Commichon, who is here at the conference and actually came in the capacity of advisor to Prime Minister Motley. So David Commichon has been announced as the island's ambassador designate to CARICOM. As I said earlier, the regional leaders still in caucus discussing the CSME and all the matters surrounding it. The 39th regular meeting will wrap up tomorrow evening. Lisa?
Thank you very much. That's our Lisa Lord reporting from Jamaica. Well, Haiti's president has praised the move by Prime Minister Mia Amour Motley to lift all obstacles to the free movement of Haitian nationals in Barbados. President Jovenel Moïse says this shows what regional integration is all about. Mr. Moïse highlighted that the implementation of the CARICOM single market and economy will enable the region to play a greater role in the international context.
The increase of intra-CARICOM exchanges and the diversification of products exported by the region will have positive incidences on our commercial balance and our capacity to assure the sustainable development of our countries as to regional transportation.
CARICOM will place heavy emphasis on the youth this year to try to get young people to have more confidence in the movement. New chairman of CARICOM and Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, says young people are losing hope in the Caribbean community and the idea of having a functioning CSME.
We have been severely criticized by our youth, who have grown weary of our promise to secure deeper integration within the framework of the single market and economy. Those promises have remained elusive, and young people are calling for CARICOM leaders and institutions to be more accountable for their actions. Integration should be real and meaningful to our people. Areas of importance to young people include the right of free movement, and in particular, the right of skilled labor to move freely, as well as equitable access to our professional law schools, as required by our modern tertiary education landscape.
Well, Mr. Holness says Jamaica remains committed to achieving the principal objectives of CARICOM,
including the expansion of trade and investment opportunities for its members, the promotion of foreign policy coordination and structured functional cooperation. Jamaica's chairmanship will have a specific focus and intention, mindful of the rapidly evolving dynamics of our global world and the need for practical and effective responses to the changing realities.
The 2018 Atlantic hurricane season is upon us, and regional governments must do all in their power to prepare. This is according to outgoing CARICOM chairman and Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell. He says building resilience is critical, especially in light of the devastating impact of Hurricane Irma and Maria to several sister islands, namely Dominica and Barbuda last year. Now, he says Grenada, which was devastated by Hurricane Ivan in 2004, has put systems in place to make it more climate resilient.
In Grenada, I'm resuming office in March. We took a bold step to commission a new ministry for climate resilience. The mandate of this ministry is to strengthen our coastal and marine environments to help mitigate the effects of climate change. One of our first actions is to introduce legislation that will ban the use of plastic and styrofoam material that are harmful to the environment.
And Dr. Mitchell says CARICOM is trailing the rest of the world in the area of science, technology, engineering and mathematics, or STEM. He says when it comes to information and communication technology, CARICOM will be moving to fast-track the implementation of a single CARICOM ICT space over the course of the next few months.
Our steps in fully implementing this must continue to be clear, even while we push the proverbial technological envelope, so to speak, in rooting out and connecting other programs and policies to transform the community. All people must be made to feel CARICOM.
We'll take a break here, but when we come back, there's lots more news, so stay tuned. The new Member of Parliament for St. Michael Northwest has pledged to be an inspiring leader. That's the commitment from Neil Rowe, who's also the Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs. Well, he made it during a surprise tribute in his honor recently. Kent Jerson has more.
It was a well-sprung surprise for St. Michael Northwest Member of Parliament, Neil Rowe. Held at the Deacons Primary School, it was organized by the Citizens of Barbados Rewards and Recognition Committee, chaired by Bernard Connell, to show appreciation for the new MP. Through song, dance, and much more, tribute was paid to the young man who is described as one who truly cares for his community. A presentation was also made to him. Mr. Connell gave some insights into Mr. Rowe's plans and track record so far,
including lobbying for improved roads, sidewalks, improved lighting, debushing, bulk waste collection drives, and improved educational opportunities for the youth. Equally so, we wish to recognize your planned initiatives to steer young people away from crime and violence, skill training opportunities towards an entrepreneurship-driven economy, and other family support initiatives with a view to improve the quality of life for the elderly.
Deacons Primary School Principal Jennifer Jordan also commended the St. Michael Northwest representative.
We salute your growing list of achievements and extend our gratitude for your vision and support extended to Deacons Primary School thus far. Your embrace and support means a lot to all of us.
As he gave thanks to all who organized and participated in the event, Mr. Rowe spoke of the kind of representative he intends to be.
It is my aim to deliver fair and equal representation to all. And where my leadership is concerned, I want to display a leadership that will inspire others.
He also shared a bit about what his focus will be during his tenure.
I am very passionate about positive transformation, and I am very passionate about making a positive impact in the lives of the people who I am humbly honored to serve.
Mr. Rowe also predicted a bright future for Deacons Primary and the St. Michael Northwest constituency. Kent Jerson, CBC News.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is committed to making agriculture more appealing to Barbadian youth. Permanent Secretary Janet Phillips wants to see the sector being considered as a viable career option going forward. Ms. Phillips was the featured speaker at the Grow Well, Eat Well, Live Well Competition Awards ceremony.
We need you to come on board and help us to build up the agriculture sector. There are a lot of new benchmarks out there on how we can combine agriculture with IT. And for those of you who are into IT, go and Google and find out what's out there so that you can help to develop your own career stream. I want you to help us, help the chief, help Mr. Brereton, help Ms. Edie Babb, help all of us in agriculture to revitalize Barbados. That's why we invested a lot of money in you by having this program there so that you can see the benefits of agriculture and the impact that it can have on us as a society.
Ms. Phillips says achieving food security is critical as the country should not have to rely heavily on imports.
We are spending huge sums of valuable foreign exchange on the importations of food and goods which we can grow right here in Barbados. Our heavy dependence of Barbados on a wide range of imported foods has resulted in the country being assigned the status of net food importing development country. You know what that means? That our bill is too high.
The Queen Elizabeth Hospital has been at the receiving end of another vital donation. The St. Nicholas Abbey charity has reached out yet again, this time donating a vital signs monitor to the pediatric department. Over the past years, several pieces of medical equipment were donated to the hospital. Camilla Warren of St. Nicholas Abbey says money for the device was raised during their yearly charity concert.
Work closely with the doctors to talk about how we can donate a piece of equipment and what they need. This year they asked for this piece of equipment, which is the vital signs and accessories. So I'm very happy to be here today.
And head of the pediatrics department, Dr. Angela Jennings, was thankful for the donation.
This machine will go a long way to helping us to look after the children that we care for. And we hope that we will continue to have a long relationship with the St. Nicholas Abbey. They're doing wonderful work, and we hope that we will continue to benefit from the work that they're doing.
And the fight against chronic non-communicable diseases in Barbados continues. And Miss Barbados World Ashley Lashley is spearheading the drive. Now, the beauty contestant has teamed up with Cancer Support Services as she tries to raise awareness about the epidemic that is sweeping across the island. Ms. Lashley says a week of activities starts next Sunday with a church service at Abundant Life Assembly, and that will be followed by a workshop teaching healthy cooking and eating practices. She adds, however, that the big event will be an international conference on non-communicable diseases scheduled for July 12th.
That conference is one that I'm very excited about because we have various medical students from across the world coming here to Barbados to speak on the whole issue of non-communicable diseases within their respective countries. So far we have confirmed China, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Trinidad, Jamaica, Jordan, and among other countries. So basically these countries are coming here to speak on the whole issue of non-communicable diseases in their respective country. So once we can have all of these countries on board, then we will know that we are on a movement and on a fight to help eradicate the whole issue of non-communicable diseases globally.
Ms. Lashley says a major fundraising push is also part of the plan, which her brainchild, the Schools Against Chronic Non-Communicable Diseases, is spearheading. Along with Cancer Support Services and the American University of Barbados, they've launched a peach and white ribbon which will be sold island-wide.
It's all about sensitization and making persons more aware about the impact these non-communicable diseases are having on their lives. So we hope to raise enough funds from the ribbons and through our week of activities. And the proceeds which are raised will be going back towards other charitable organizations, but primarily with a focus on giving back majority of the funds to buying prostheses for those amputees in Barbados.
Barbadian homeowners are heeding more than before warnings to be prepared for the hurricane season. Word of this from Marketing Manager at Cooperators General Insurance, Cheryl Ford.
This year we found that people have been coming in and checking out the price or the premium for house insurance, those who don't have, and checking out the cost versus not having a cost at all. One of the things we also have at Cooperators General Insurance, we have a reduced rate for our valuers. We can give to our policyholders, if you are interested, getting your property valued at a reduced price. Let's say a valuation is like $600–700. We have it at a reduced price if you come into us and ask, let's say you want to insure your property but you don't know the value of that. So this is one of the things we are also offering to our policyholders so that we know that you are aware of the value of your property.
Ms. Ford was speaking shortly before presenting a hamper filled with hurricane supplies to Errol Springer. He is the first winner of the Cooperators General Discount Card competition. That card entitles users to discounts at the People's Market in Tudor Bridge. Mr. Springer was very thankful for the hamper and encouraged other insurance companies to engage in similar initiatives to raise awareness and give back to their customers. Well, Dive Fest, one of the newest events on the island's calendar, continues to bring attention to Barbados's marine ecosystem and why it needs protecting. The first Dive Festival was staged last year. Now, the 2018 edition got underway with the conservation and screening opening at Copacabana on Bay Street. The organizers want greater efforts made to protect the island's reefs. Andrew Western of the Barbados Dive Operators Association says they strive to promote the island as a diving destination.
Having these events helps to showcase that, and it's just an amazing start, and hopefully we can continue to do some more protection of our ecosystem. and just blossom as a dive destination and show the world truly the marvelous beauty that we have below our waters. So have an amazing dive fest.
The Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, along with the Barbados Tourism Marketing Incorporated and the Tourism Development Corporation, are among the sponsors supporting the event. Manager of Sport at the BTMI, Devon Chase, says that entity has been playing its part in promoting diving.
We widely consider it to be one of Barbados' best kept secrets. There's absolutely no doubt that Andre would have attended a lot of dive shows with myself when I was based in the UK, this out of Birmingham and London. Finally, after years of product, we finally had an opportunity on Saturday, and I'm glad that we took advantage of the opportunity to experience diving firsthand. I'm sure that there are a few of you out there who have not tried it, and I want to implore you, we're just as beautiful under the water as we are above it.
Chief Executive Officer at the BHTA, Senator Rudy Grant, sees potential in Dive Fest.
It is significant from the perspective of the focus on conservation, significant from the perspective of the tourism potential and the development aspect to become a signature event on the calendar of activities which Barbados has. Significant in that we are collaborating together to ensure that we expose Barbados as a tourism destination.
In just over 24 hours, the action will be at full throttle. This as the finals of the Yellow International Bashment Soca Monarch competition come off during Phenomenal Friday. 12 finalists will be battling it out at Kensington Oval for the grand prize of 80,000 Barbados dollars. This is the first time that the Bashment Soca competition has opened to include entrants from outside of Barbados. One of the finalists, Vasita Kane, hails from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and she's promising a fired-up performance come tomorrow night.
Fire. Fire, fire, and more fire. I am coming to knock it like a hammer, and I'm also coming to knock the competition away. Yes.
Another contender is St. Lucia's Jonick Freezy Leo. He is grateful for the chance to take part in the competition.
People may be questioning, okay, what else did Freezy sing after split, and this gives them an opportunity. So, like, I personally and my team would like to thank, and I guess, not me and my team alone, I guess everybody, like Sita herself, who got an opportunity to be here, would like to thank Yellow International Bashment Soca for giving us this opportunity, because I put off a lot, believe me, a lot to be here. So that's just me showing how thankful I am and how much I appreciate this opportunity.